What's up, family? My name is Trill, and this week we have some state stimulus checks that are going out. And yes, surprisingly, we have about 3 new states in this video that are about to send out checks between $500 and up to $3,200. In other news, as the war in Ukraine continues to spare lives of people, the U.S. just passed a massive aid package that is going to be sending $40 billion to Ukraine. Now, why can't they spend some of that money for the 4th stimulus check, you ask? Well, we still don't know that answer as of yet. But we do know that we have lawmakers on both sides of the aisle calling for 4th stimulus checks to be provided this year. But there is some uncertainty right now in Ukraine as the dead bodies continue to pile up. And one lawmaker sent a dire message regarding a nuclear war. I'm going to tell you guys all about it in a moment. But first, as a quick reminder, on this channel, we cover everything from what's going on around the world with the stock market, with the war in Ukraine, as well as multiple daily news stories around the world. So if you're interested in any of these topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind, go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking today's video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. All right, guys, real quick, I wanted to tell you about the promotion that's going on right now with Webull, which is an amazing trading platform where you can buy and sell stocks in the stock market. Well, they have just increased their previous promotion, and now they are giving out 6 free stocks. All you have to do is sign up using the link down below and then deposit $1 within 14 days, and they are going to give you 6 free stocks. Now, the first 2 stocks can be valued up to $300, and the other 4 remaining stocks can be up to $3,000 each. So if you are super lucky, that can be worth up to $12,600. Now, this promotion does end on June the 9th, so you need to act fast in order to receive those free 6 stocks. That link will be down below. Well, guys, we finally have a solution to the shortage of baby formula. This has been going on for a couple of weeks now, and finally we have a change of direction. And that is because the first shipment of baby formula actually arrived in Indiana as part of a new Operation Fly Formula, which has delivered 78,000 pounds of product from Switzerland, with more on the way. Yes, guys, the first import of baby formula as part of this operational Fly Formula just arrived in the U.S. A military cargo plane carrying these 70,000 pounds of formula touched down in Indiana on Sunday. And parents in the U.S. have been struggling with a massive formula shortage caused by the supply chain challenges as well as some product recalls. Now, FedEx said that they will move the formula to a Nestle distribution center nearby for a standard quality control check before it is distributed to hospitals, pharmacies, and doctors' offices, as well as administrational office on site, according to the Associated Press. And President Biden sent out a tweet, which I'm sure he didn't type it himself, but it does say that, folks, I'm excited to tell you that the first flight from Operation Fly Formula is loaded up with more than 70,000 pounds of infant formula and about to land in Indiana. Our team is working around the clock to get safe formula to everyone who needs it. So yes, guys, this is some great news as our children are struggling right now with no baby formula to take. And this is all because of, I believe there was around 4 babies that ended up dying because of some previous baby formula that was contaminated. So this is some good news as more formula is coming into the country, and this is going to really make the babies much happier. Moving on, guys. Hey, over 2,000 pounds of that good stuff, I won't say the name, but that good stuff was labeled pool toys, was actually seized in Michigan. Yes, and you can see in the picture, guys, that is a lot of that good stuff for those of you that participate in this. But yes, over a ton of good stuff hidden in a shipment of pool toys was found and seized by Customs and Border Patrol in Detroit, Michigan. Now, this shipment was taken to a Detroit cargo facility by truck on May the 11th and was officially listed as foam pool toys, officials said. But x-ray scans of the boxes revealed something totally different. And a K9 team inspected the tractor trailer more closely and found it was hauling the good stuff and estimated 2,175 pounds of it. Authorities seized the particular drugs and the trailer. The seizure underscores long-standing commitments to the border security mission. And the men and women of CBP continue to work diligently to keep our nation and our community safe. So anyways, guys, I thought that article was very interesting to see that much was actually confiscated and it was labeled as toys. I'm just glad that wasn't officially delivered to some of our children out there, guys. But anyways, hey, we do have a dire warning message from one of the senators. Yes, Senator Mitt Romney. He is suggesting that NATO could engage in Ukraine, potentially obliterating Russia's struggling military if Russian President Putin used any type of nuclear weapons. Yes, Republican Senator Mitt Romney suggested in a New York Times essay that NATO could engage in Ukraine, potentially obliterating Russia's struggling military, which is an option against Russian President Vladimir Putin were he to deploy nuclear weapons. The Utah senator also suggested that the West confront China and other Russian allied nations with an ultimatum, saying that, look, you are either with us or you are with Russia. No in between, guys. You cannot be with both of us, according to Mitt Romney. And also, Russia's use of nuclear weapons would unarguably be a redefining, reorienting geopolitical event, according to Mitt Romney, saying that any nation that chooses to retain ties with Russia after such an outrage would itself also become a global pariah. Yes, guys, Romney warned, sending out this warning message saying that, hey, you are cornered and delusional. Putin could use nuclear weapons in the war against Ukraine, citing warnings from former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger, as well as Russian ambassador to the U.S., according to the CIA director, William Burns. Now, Burns also warned back in April that Putin's desperation could result in the use of tactical nuclear weapons or either low-yield nuclear weapons. And Mitt Romney, the senator, also encouraged the U.S. to continue to support Ukraine's war efforts against Russia. If the U.S. stopped sending weapons and pressured Ukrainian President Zelensky to concede to Russia, hey, Putin would continue to invade and subjugate other nations. So yes, guys, this is some huge news considering that President Joe Biden just signed over the weekend this $40 billion in aid package that he signed on Saturday to assist Ukrainians, as well as $20 billion will go towards military assistance. So yes, guys, this war on Ukraine is continuing to go on, even though it looks like it's almost over, but Putin continues to try to take over this war and to put pressure on Ukraine to just go ahead and concede. However, that Ukrainian President Zelensky, he is a strong man. He is continuing to fight, as well as receiving this particular aid from the United States, as well as other NATO countries. So again, guys, that is exactly what's going on right now. And in other news, we see right here in this picture that the Russians' war, dead, abandoned by the Kremlin, are starting to pile up in Ukraine right now in what they consider as the refrigerated train trucks. Now, this is exactly where they keep the dead bodies from the invasion on Ukraine. They put them in these refrigerated trucks to keep them cold and isolated. But according to this article, it says that Ukraine's wartime railway chief has claimed that the country treats dead Russians better than they treat live Ukrainians in the caption for a video shared this past Friday. And yes, according to humanitarian law, Ukraine preserves bodies to release them to their mothers and wives. Yes, guys, this is some tragic news as we continue to see lives are being continued to be dying in the Ukraine war. But hopefully this war will come to an end very soon. And especially that the United States continues to send over military assistance as well as money in this particular aid package to assist the Ukrainians in defending their country. And hopefully, like I said, guys, we will continue to keep them in our prayers in the meantime. But moving on to some stimulus update news, guys. Hey, we do have some Americans have just 2 weeks left to qualify for an $800 direct stimulus payment. Yes, guys, according to this article, American taxpayers have less than 2 weeks to claim their summer stimulus checks worth up to $800. Now, these particular payments will go out to families who file their state tax return by May the 31st, which you only have a few more days to do that, guys. And the cash back, which comes through a tax rebate, will help about 3.1 million Colorado residents. According to the governor, Jared Polis, he announced this back on April the 25th. And these payments will be worth up to $400 for individuals and $800 for joint filers. The rebates aim to offset inflation, which has taken a toll on Americans' wallets right now. And according to the Consumer Price Index, or the CPI, which came in about 8.3% back in April, a few points higher than what experts had predicted. So again, guys, these $800 stimulus checks are going out to those Colorado residents. But in addition to that, guys, we also have some people in Missouri are going to be receiving some $500 stimulus checks. Yes, according to this article, many Missourians can expect a tax rebate up to $500 thanks to a state surplus. Now, it says that with the legislators starting at the wrap up of this year's legislative session Friday at 6 p.m., many households in the state can now expect a one-time tax rebate. Missouri lawmakers have finalized a plan to set aside $500 million of the state's general revenue to return to taxpayers through a tax credit. Now, the rebate is part of a record-setting $49 billion budget, which was pumped up with the federal pandemic relief funds. Well, individual income filers will receive up to $500, while joint filers can expect to receive up to $1,000. Missourians eligible for this tax credit must have earned less than $150,000 as individuals and $300,000 for married couples. Now, the state will credit taxpayers $1 back for every $1 paid in taxes up to $500. That is for the state of Missouri. Moving on, guys, we also have in this article, thousands of residents are inching closer to receiving $3,200 in direct payments as lawmakers pass a stimulus package. Now, the question is, are you eligible to receive $3,200? Well, it does say that after months of debate, Alaska lawmakers have agreed to a budget resolution that includes $3,200 payments to taxpayers. Now, under this particular proposal, Alaskans would get the funds through two different dividends. Yes, the first dividend is a $2,550 payment from Alaska's permanent fund, which pays a dividend of Alaska's oil wealth to residents every single year. Now, this year's payout is the highest dividend that the permanent fund has dispersed since its creation in 1982. And Alaskans will also get a one-time $650 energy relief payment. If Governor Mike Dunleavy signs the proposal into law, residents of Alaska will receive $3,200 direct payments in total. So again, guys, these are just some few states that are offering and sending out some additional stimulus checks that are going out very soon. So you want to make sure that you know exactly if you are eligible to qualify for one of these stimulus checks. Now, if you guys are interested, I will include links to all of these articles down below so that you can check them out for yourself and to determine whether or not you will be receiving one of those stimulus checks. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all of this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.